Get health insurance or else. That's one provision of the new health care reform law. Those who choose to go without it could face serious penalties. Brian Todd has been looking into this for us. Brian, everyone is supposed to get health coverage now, but what happens if they don't?
Well, Wolf, we've been drilling down all day into some of the penalties that people could face. Here's how they would enforce the mandate according to the Joint Committee on Taxation in the House and Senate. The first year, 2014, an adult without coverage would be assessed a penalty of about $90 to $95 or 1% of your household income, whichever is greater. By 2016, that number would be about $695 per adult or about 2.5% of your income, up to about $2,085 per household. Now, you're only penalized if you go more than 3 months without insurance. You're exempt if your income is so low that you don't pay income taxes, or if you are among those who object on religious grounds, or if you are a member of one of the Native American tribes, Wolf. So those are some of the ways that you can avoid penalties on this.
Is there any precedent to all of this, or is this something they're starting from scratch?
There is precedent, Wolf. In Massachusetts, we're going to show you this here, they have had a similar law in place for 3 years. Now, this is the basic form. Let's show you that right there. This is the basic form that you have to fill out along with your tax forms to prove that you have coverage. Now, drill in a little bit closer here. This is where you fill in the name of your private insurance company, your subscriber number. You do the same thing for if you have a spouse, same thing there. You attach that printout from your insurer that verifies that you were covered. Or if you didn't, let's see if we can knock this out and go to the next page. Okay, on the next page, you fill in which months that you didn't have coverage. Right there is where you do that. Now, if you, they check to see whether you had a good excuse, whether your income was low, or that your religious beliefs prevent you from doing that. If you go more than about 3 months in Massachusetts, then you get fined. So we're going to look at the form here, in the same form about the religious exemption. There is a place here, as we say, if you have sincerely held religious beliefs, you fill it in there, and then you are exempt from that. Now, last year they fined around 1.5% of the tax-paying population, fines of over $1,000 per person who was not covered in Massachusetts, Wolf.
And that's in Massachusetts, but this new federal law, once it fully takes effect, 2014, 2016, and beyond, it'll be up to the IRS to implement it. Is that right?
That's right. And Republicans say the bill could require as many as 16,000, maybe 16,500 new IRS agents to enforce. And here is GOP Congressman Kevin Brady of Texas. Here's what he had to say about that.
This bill is so complicated, has so many mandates, so many new taxes, that the IRS is going to, again, be more deeply involved in our lives than ever before. More complicated tax returns, more information we have to provide them.
But a former IRS commissioner told the newspaper USA Today he heard worries like that before the earned income, the tax credit became law, but in the end the IRS handled those claims pretty smoothly, Wolf.
So it's sort of like a lot of states require you to have car insurance if you want to drive in those states. That's a mandate to be able to drive. This would be the federal government mandating you to have health insurance. It's going to be tested in the courts, as we now know. We'll see what happens on that front.
Absolutely.
Brian, thanks very much.
Sure.